Always consult a healthcare professional. What if I told you that improving your health doesn't require a radical overhaul, counting every single calorie, or following a complex, restrictive meal plan? What if the real secret is much simpler than we've been led to believe? It's not about what you take away, it's about what you add. Today we're going to look at the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. Foods that act as biological fuel for your cells. Most people today aren't lacking calories, they're lacking the essential micronutrients their bodies need to thrive. We are overfed, but undernourished. In this 30-minute deep dive, I'm going to show you 7 powerhouse foods you should eat daily, plus 3 bonus foods that most people overlook. By the end, you'll have a complete blueprint for a more energetic, vibrant life. Stay with me. The modern diet is a miracle of convenience, but a disaster for biology. We've traded nutrient density for shelf life and palatability. Processed foods are everywhere. They're designed to be cheap and addictive, but they come with a hidden cost. They provide energy in the form of sugar and refined fats, but they lack the vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients that act as the spark plugs for your metabolism. This chronic deficiency doesn't just make you tired, it affects your immune system, your cognitive focus, and your long-term cellular health. When your body is missing these building blocks, it stays in a constant state of hunger, searching for what it isn't getting. The solution isn't just eating less. The solution is choosing foods that provide more value per bite. This is the foundation of nutrient density. So, what exactly is nutrient density? Think of it like a nutritional bank account. You want the highest possible return on every calorie you spend. A food high in nutrient density provides a wealth of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and phytochemicals relative to its energy content. For example, a donut and a large kale salad might have the same calories, but the biological impact is worlds apart. One spikes your insulin and leaves you depleted, while the other fuels your liver, supports your vision, and strengthens your bones. Today, we aren't just looking at random healthy foods. We are looking at the kings of nutrient density. These are accessible, affordable, and practical staples that can be found in almost any grocery store. Let's start with our first category, the living foods that support your second brain. Fermented vegetables like sauerkraut, kimchi, and traditional pickles are among the most nutrient-dense foods for your gut. During the fermentation process, natural bacteria transform sugars into lactic acid, creating a living food rich in probiotics. These aren't just good bacteria, they are essential partners in your health. A single serving of raw sauerkraut can contain more beneficial bacteria than an entire bottle of expensive probiotic supplements. But it's not just about the bacteria themselves. Fermentation also pre-digests the vegetables, making minerals like magnesium and potassium easier for your body to absorb. Plus, it creates new nutrients like vitamin K2 and various B vitamins that weren't there in the original cabbage. This is a perfect example of nature's kitchen enhancing the value of simple ingredients. Why does your gut microbiome matter so much? Because your gut and brain are in constant communication via the vagus nerve, a highway of information often called the gut-brain axis. About 90% of your body's serotonin, the neurotransmitter responsible for mood and happiness, is actually produced in your gut. When your microbiome is out of balance, it can manifest as brain fog, anxiety, or even depression. By consuming fermented vegetables daily, you are literally feeding the second brain. These beneficial microbes also help strengthen the gut lining, preventing unwanted particles from entering your bloodstream, a condition often referred to as leaky gut. By supporting your gut health, you are setting the stage for better immunity, clearer skin, and a more stable mood throughout the day. Now, how do you actually add this to your life? The key is to start small. Your gut needs time to adjust to these new residents, so start with just 1 tablespoon a day and gradually work your way up. When you're shopping, look for jars in the refrigerated section labeled raw or unpasteurized. If it's on a room temperature shelf, it's likely been pasteurized with heat, which kills those beneficial bacteria. You can easily add a forkful of sauerkraut to your eggs in the morning, mix kimchi into a stir-fry after cooking, or simply eat a small pickle as a snack. It's a simple, low-calorie addition that provides immense biological value. Just remember, consistency is more important than quantity. A little bit every single day is the goal. Our second powerhouse food category is bitter greens. This includes arugula, radicchio, dandelion greens, and endive. In nature, a bitter taste is often a signal of high phytochemical content. These greens are packed with glucosinolates and polyphenols, compounds that plants use to protect themselves from pests, but which act as powerful antioxidants in the human body. Bitter greens are also incredibly high in vitamin K1, which is essential for bone health and proper blood clotting. Most people shy away from bitterness, preferring the sweeter greens like spinach or romaine. But by doing so, they miss out on the unique metabolic benefits that only bitter compounds can provide. These greens are the ultimate low-calorie, high-nutrient foundations for any meal. The benefits of bitter greens go far beyond just vitamins. When you taste that bitterness, it triggers a reflex in your body that stimulates the production of digestive enzymes and bile. Bile is essential for breaking down fats and is one of the primary ways your liver eliminates toxins. So, eating a salad of bitter greens before a meal actually primes your digestion. Furthermore, greens like arugula are very high in dietary nitrates. Your body converts these into nitric oxide, a signaling molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and dilate. This process, known as vasodilation, supports healthy blood pressure and improves blood flow to your muscles and brain. It's like a natural performance enhancer that you can find in the produce aisle. If you find the taste of bitter greens overwhelming, don't worry. There are culinary tricks to balance it out. The secret formula is salt, acid, and fat. A pinch of sea salt, a squeeze of fresh lemon juice, and a generous drizzle of extra virgin olive oil can neutralize the bitterness and make these greens delicious. In fact, you should never eat these greens naked. Many of the nutrients in bitter greens, like vitamin K and various carotenoids, are fat-soluble. This means your body literally cannot absorb them without the presence of fat. By adding olive oil or avocado, you're not just making it taste better, you're unlocking the nutrition. Try using arugula as a base for your next protein bowl, or finely chop radicchio and mix it into a larger salad for a pop of color and a boost of metabolic support. Food number 3 is fatty fish. We're talking about salmon, sardines, mackerel, and anchovies. These are the premier sources of long-chain omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. Unlike the short-chain omega-3s found in flax seeds or walnuts, EPA and DHA are already in the form your body needs. They are critical structural components of your cell membranes, particularly in the brain and eyes. In fact, your brain is roughly 60% fat, and DHA is one of its most important building blocks. In our modern diet, we are often overwhelmed with omega-6 fats from industrial seed oils, which can lead to a state of chronic low-grade inflammation. Adding fatty fish to your diet 2 to 3 times a week is one of the most effective ways to rebalance that ratio and cool down inflammation from the inside out. The impact of these fats on brain health cannot be overstated. Research consistently associates higher omega-3 intake with better memory, improved focus, and a lower risk of age-related cognitive decline. DHA supports the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, a protein that helps grow new brain cells and maintain existing ones. On the cardiovascular side, EPA helps support healthy triglyceride levels and arterial function. This is why fatty fish is a cornerstone of the world's healthiest diets, like the Mediterranean and Okinawan diets. By prioritizing these fats, you are essentially oiling your biological machinery, ensuring that your cells can communicate efficiently and that your internal environment remains resilient against the stressors of modern life. When it comes to fish, many people worry about mercury. A great rule of thumb is the SMASH acronym: sardines, mackerel, anchovies, salmon, and herring. These are generally smaller fish that sit lower on the food chain, meaning they don't accumulate the same levels of heavy metals as larger predators like tuna or swordfish. Sardines are particularly impressive because you often eat the tiny bones, providing a massive dose of bioavailable calcium and vitamin D. If you're choosing salmon, look for wild-caught whenever possible, as it typically has a superior omega-3 to omega-6 ratio compared to farm-raised versions. If fresh fish isn't an option, high-quality canned versions are perfectly acceptable and often more affordable. Just one small tin of sardines twice a week can provide a transformative amount of these essential fats. Food number 4 is high-quality red meat. While it has been the subject of much debate, when we look purely at nutrient density and bioavailability, grass-fed beef or lamb is hard to beat. It provides all 9 essential amino acids in the perfect ratios for human muscle protein synthesis. But the real magic is in the micronutrients. Red meat is the richest source of heme iron, which is absorbed much more efficiently by your body than the non-heme iron found in plants. It's also packed with vitamin B12, which is essential for nerve function and energy production, and zinc, which is critical for your immune system. For many people, especially as they age, Maintaining muscle mass and preventing anemia is a top priority, and red meat provides a concentrated, bioavailable solution. Beyond the standard vitamins, red meat contains unique compounds like creatine, carnosine, and taurine. Creatine isn't just for bodybuilders. It plays a vital role in cellular energy recycling, especially in the brain and heart. Carnosine is a powerful antioxidant that helps protect against glycation, a process linked to aging and tissue damage. These meat-based nutrients are often missing in vegetarian or highly processed diets. Furthermore, grass-finished beef contains higher levels of conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA, and a better balance of omega-3 fats compared to grain-finished beef. By choosing quality over quantity, you get a powerful dose of these biological spark plugs that help keep your energy levels stable and your physical structure resilient as you move through life. The key to red meat is intentionality. You don't need a 16-ounce steak every night. In fact, just 4 to 6 ounces of high-quality red meat, 2 or 3 times a week, is plenty to reap the nutritional rewards. Always prioritize grass-finished meat if your budget allows, as it ensures the animal was raised on its natural diet, resulting in a superior nutrient profile. When you prepare it, try to pair it with plenty of fiber-rich vegetables and fermented foods to support healthy digestion. Avoid heavily processed meats like conventional deli slices or hot dogs, which often contain additives that negate the benefits of the meat itself. Treat red meat as a high-value nutrient delivery system rather than the center of every meal, and you'll find it can be a powerful ally in your health journey. Food number 5 is unique: the Brazil nut. This isn't just a snack, it's a mineral supplement in whole food form. Brazil nuts are the single richest food source of selenium on the planet. Selenium is a trace mineral that is absolutely essential for your body's antioxidant defense system. It's a key component of glutathione peroxidase, an enzyme that protects your cells from oxidative stress and damage. But perhaps most importantly, selenium is the critical switch for your thyroid gland. Your thyroid produces a hormone called T4, but your body can't use it until it's converted into the active form, T3. This conversion requires selenium. Without enough of this trace mineral, your metabolism can slow down, leading to fatigue and weight gain, even if your thyroid is technically working. Beyond thyroid health, selenium plays a major role in immune function and DNA repair. It helps recycle other antioxidants like vitamin C and vitamin E, making them more effective. In an environment filled with environmental pollutants and oxidative stressors, having a robust selenium-based defense system is like having a high-tech shield for your cells. Because modern agricultural soils are often depleted of selenium, it can be difficult to get enough from standard produce. This is where the Brazil nut shines. It's a concentrated, natural way to ensure your body has the raw materials it needs to fight inflammation and keep your metabolism running at its peak. It's a perfect example of how one small dietary change can have a massive ripple effect across your entire physiology. Now, this is a food where dosage is everything. Because Brazil nuts are so potent, you can actually get too much selenium, a condition called selenosis. More is definitely not better here. The Goldilocks dose is just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts per day. That's it. That small amount provides well over 100% of your daily requirement. Think of them as a daily pill from nature. I recommend buying them raw and keeping them in the fridge to prevent the healthy fats from going rancid. You can simply eat one with your breakfast or chop it up over your salad. Just remember to treat them with respect. Consistency over intensity is the rule. 1 or 2 a day, every day, is all you need to support your thyroid and your antioxidant defenses for the long term. Food number 6 is extra virgin olive oil, the cornerstone of the Mediterranean diet. High-quality, cold-pressed olive oil is unique because it's rich in monounsaturated fats, particularly oleic acid, and a specific class of antioxidants called polyphenols. One of the most famous is oleocanthal, which has been shown in studies to have anti-inflammatory effects remarkably similar to a low-dose ibuprofen. This is why consistent olive oil consumption is so strongly linked to heart health and longevity. It helps protect your LDL cholesterol from oxidizing, which is the process that leads to plaque in the arteries and supports the flexibility of your blood vessels. It's not just a cooking fat. It's a functional food that protects your cardiovascular system from the inside out. But olive oil has another secret power. It's a nutrient unlocker. Many of the most powerful compounds in vegetables are fat-soluble. Think of the lycopene in tomatoes, the beta-carotene in carrots, or the vitamin K in your bitter greens. If you eat these vegetables without a source of fat, your body can only absorb a tiny fraction of their nutrients. When you add olive oil, it acts as a carrier, significantly increasing the bioavailability of everything else on your plate. This is why the traditional pairing of vegetables and olive oil is so genius. You're not just adding healthy fats, you're multiplying the value of the entire meal. It's the ultimate synergistic food that makes every other healthy choice you make even more effective. Not all olive oil is created equal. The market is unfortunately filled with fake or adulterated oils. To ensure you're getting the real health benefits, look for a few things. First, a dark glass bottle, which protects the oil from light. Second, a specific harvest date. Olive oil is like fruit juice. It's best when fresh. And third, look for a quality seal like the COC or the International Olive Council seal. When you taste real extra virgin olive oil, it should have a slightly peppery sting in the back of your throat. That's the oleocanthal at work. Use it raw as a finishing oil on salads, soups, or proteins to preserve its delicate antioxidants. If you cook with it, keep the heat to a medium level. Just 2 to 3 tablespoons a day is the standard dose used in research to see those remarkable heart health benefits. Finally, food number 7, eggs. Often called nature's multivitamin, eggs are one of the most complete and affordable sources of nutrition available. While the whites provide high-quality protein, the real magic is in the yolk. The yolk is one of the world's best sources of choline. Choline is an essential nutrient that most people are actually deficient in. It's a precursor to acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter critical for memory, mood, and muscle control. It's also vital for the structural integrity of your cell membranes. Furthermore, egg yolks are rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants that specifically accumulate in your eyes to protect them from blue light damage and age-related macular degeneration. Eggs are a powerhouse for both your brain and your vision, packed into a simple 70-calorie package. For decades, eggs were unfairly demonized because of their cholesterol content. However, modern nutritional science has clarified this. For the vast majority of people, dietary cholesterol has very little impact on blood cholesterol levels. Your liver actually produces about 80% of the cholesterol in your body. If you eat more from your diet, your liver simply produces less to maintain balance. Cholesterol is actually essential. It's the backbone for your sex hormones like testosterone and estrogen, and is a key component of every single cell in your body. Unless you have a specific genetic condition, the high-quality protein and unique micronutrients in eggs far outweigh any concerns about cholesterol. They are a safe, versatile, and incredibly nutrient-dense staple that supports everything from your brain to your muscles. When choosing eggs, look for pasture-raised if possible. These eggs come from hens that spend their time outdoors, eating their natural diet of bugs and grass. As a result, pasture-raised eggs often have up to 2.5 times more omega-3 fats and significantly higher levels of vitamin A and E compared to conventional eggs. You can often see the difference in the yolk. It will be a deep, vibrant orange rather than a pale yellow. To keep them healthy, avoid frying them in processed vegetable oils. Instead, try poaching, soft boiling, or scrambling them in a little bit of butter or olive oil. Adding eggs to any meal, even dinner, is a quick way to boost the nutrient density and ensure you're getting the nature's multivitamin effect every single day. Now, let's look at our 3 bonus foods. The first is fermented dairy, like full-fat Greek yogurt and kefir. While we already talked about fermented vegetables, fermented dairy offers a different spectrum of probiotics and is an excellent source of bioavailable calcium and vitamin K2. Kefir, in particular, often contains up to 30 different strains of beneficial bacteria and yeast, making it even more diverse than yogurt. For those who tolerate dairy, these foods support bone density and provide a satisfying high-protein base for snacks or meals. The fermentation also breaks down much of the lactose, making it easier to digest for many people. Look for plain, unsweetened versions to avoid the inflammatory effects of added sugars. Our second bonus food is a favorite for many: dark chocolate. We're talking about high-quality chocolate with at least 85% cocoa. Dark chocolate is one of the highest-scoring foods on the ORAC scale, which measures antioxidant capacity. It is loaded with flavonoids that have been shown to improve blood flow, lower blood pressure, and even protect the skin from sun damage. It also contains magnesium, which is essential for over 300 biochemical reactions in your body, including relaxation and sleep. A small square of dark chocolate at the end of the day isn't just a treat. It's a medicinal dose of antioxidants that supports your cardiovascular system and provides a hit of feel-good chemicals like theobromine. It's proof that a healthy diet can also be a delicious one. The third bonus is live culture yogurt. While similar to our first bonus, the emphasis here is on the live and active cultures. This is particularly important if you are someone who doesn't enjoy the salty or sour taste of fermented vegetables. Live culture yogurt provides a creamy, versatile way to get those essential probiotics. When combined with fiber from fruits like berries, you are providing both the probiotics, the bacteria, and the prebiotics, the food for the bacteria, creating a powerful symbiotic effect. This helps ensure that the beneficial microbes can actually survive and thrive in your digestive tract. It's a simple daily habit that keeps your immune system primed and your digestion moving smoothly. So, how does this look in a real day? It's simpler than you think. For breakfast, scramble 2 or 3 eggs with a handful of arugula and a drizzle of olive oil. For lunch, try a wild-caught salmon salad over bitter greens with a side of sauerkraut. For an afternoon snack, just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts and a square of dark chocolate. And for dinner, a palm-sized portion of grass-fed beef or lamb with plenty of roasted vegetables. By following this simple blueprint, you have checked off almost every major nutrient requirement your body has, all without feeling deprived. You aren't dieting, you are fueling. This is the power of nutrient density in action. It's a sustainable, enjoyable way to eat that pays dividends for your health every single day. Let's recap our 7 pillars. 1. Fermented vegetables for your gut. 2. Bitter greens for your metabolism and circulation. 3. Fatty fish for your brain and inflammation. 4. High-quality red meat for energy and muscle. 5. Brazil nuts for your thyroid and antioxidant shield. 6. Extra virgin olive oil to unlock your nutrition. And 7. Eggs as your nature's multivitamin. By focusing on these 7 foods, you are providing your body with the most bioavailable, nutrient-dense building blocks available. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start with 1 or 2, master those, and then add another. Consistency is the secret sauce. Your body is incredibly resilient, and when you give it the right tools, it knows exactly what to do to keep you feeling your best. Remember, health is a journey of small daily decisions. Which of these 7 foods are you already eating, and which one will you try adding this week? Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing your stories and answering your questions. If you found this 30-minute deep dive helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more simple, practical, and science-backed health content. Your support helps me keep creating these educational resources for you. Consult with your healthcare provider before making significant changes, and I will see you in the next video. Stay healthy, stay curious, and keep fueling your potential.